Much more on Israel's economy. Eli Groner, Israel's Minister for Economic Affairs to the United States, joins us. Welcome back to the show. Eli, and obviously this visit by President Obama, it's making a lot of headlines around the world. There's a huge significance to it. We're going to get to that in just a moment, but let's talk trade and economy. What do you think was on the table between the president and leaders in Israel, and what type of topics are they talking about specifically when it comes to the economy?
Well, I think the president and the prime minister talked about a range of issues. I'm sure the economy was a slight piece of it, to what extent it was. But one of the things I'm sure they talked about was the security assistance that the U.S. provides Israel. And one of the great things about that is a lot of that assistance is reinvested in the United States. We're talking about in excess of $2 billion, creating lots of jobs, lots of opportunities here in the United States, and furthers the cooperation between the United States and Israel.
The security issues are always brought up. And the last time we had you on, we had this brief discussion about how security issues, they are a concern, but they really haven't affected the economy as a whole, as a lot of people would think. Tell me, is that going to be a top priority of discussion in terms of providing additional security?
Israelis are sensational at compartmentalizing. They're able to deal with the security threats and deal with the business opportunities on almost two distinct channels, and we're able to keep them separate from each other. We are going to continue to grow our economy with the resilience that we have over the last 64 years, and particularly over the last 10, 15 years. We are going to continue to defend our borders with the same resilience and vigilance that we have over the last 64 years, and in particular over the last 10, 15 years. We're going to do both of those in tandem, and when those two worlds intersect, it's even greater opportunity.
This trip by President Obama to Israel, it's certainly been planned for some time, but the media is putting quite a big spin on this. I mean, it's a very big deal. It's historic in a number of ways. Try to help our viewers from around the world understand. I mean, you have a great perspective coming from the embassy as a diplomat, so you certainly hear a lot more things than we'll ever hear. Why is this visit by the president so significant to Israel?
Well, I wouldn't say it's a spin. I think it's very sincere. From Israel's perspective, it's really a great honor that the President of the United States, most important person in the free world, has decided that his first overseas visit of his second term should be to Little Israel. We value that very much, and we appreciate it very much, and there's a lot of symbolism there. The President choosing to go to the grave of Herzl, choosing to go to the places he is going to, see the economic cooperation we're dealing with. We think it's a tremendous honor and a tremendous statement on behalf of the President. I think from President Obama's perspective, it'll also be nice for him to touch, feel, and see Israel in a way that he hasn't been able to since he's become president.
The situation, your neighbors, Iran, Syria, I mean, there's a significant amount of unrest, if you will. Yet the economy in Israel continues to move along at a fairly rapid clip. And I think for our viewers, a natural question was, it seems to defy gravity a little bit, because when you usually have all these issues and concerns, things slow down, but that's not the case with Israel. Is it the partnership that Israel has? What is in the water that allows Israel to continue to grow when there's so much concern around it?
I think there's a few things, but if you have to boil it down to its essence, I would say it's two. It's the resilience of Israelis and the innovation of Israelis. We don't see, where others see risk, we see opportunity. Where others see challenges, we see opportunities. And the fact that the environment is so turbulent and so tumultuous, we have to deal with that separately. But that doesn't mean we shouldn't pursue business opportunities.
But at the same time, I mean, let's be honest, when you have this kind of growth, there has to be money involved. Where does the money come from? Is it internal, or does it come from foreign sources?
The extent of foreign investment in Israel is sensational. Companies from around the world, investors from around the world, look at Israel and they say, we have to be there. If 15, 20 years ago, Israel was a destination for people looking for reduced costs or significant tax breaks, now the largest and greatest corporations in the world are saying, we need to be in Israel for the Israeli mind, for the Israeli approach to innovation. That's why you have 300 American companies with presences in Israel. That's why you're going to continue to see foreign investment come into Israel, and that's why you're going to see Israel's economy continue to grow.
Eli, thank you very much for your time, again, from the Office of the Economy at Israel's Embassy to the United States.